Hey guys, today I'm going to discuss on the first steps to read an annual report. So, as you start reading an annual report, there is a process that you need to follow in order to ensure that you get to extract the maximum in a limited period of time, right? So, the first question that you should be asking to yourself as to why you are reading that annual report. Is it that you are a investor, a current or prospective investor, and want to evaluate whether a company is a good investment opportunity, or you are an employee or applicant who wants to know as to how the company is doing, or you are a student who needs to study an annual report to write a paper? Because once you understand the perspective with which you are reading an annual report, that's going to make your life simple, right? So the first thing that you should keep in mind is that you should set a time limit for an hour roughly for the initial research that you would like to undertake. Now, split that hour into two sections, one being the narrative section, the other being the number section, and try to split this time 50-50 between them. So, on the narrative side, first try to read through the letter to the shareholders, because that's the section which focuses on what CEO wants shareholders to know about the company's vision, strategy, and execution. Also, try to read through the risk section because it helps to understand the separate set of risks that the company is exposed to. Now, if you go to the number side, read through the financial summary, go through the graphs and charts that helps you to interpret the data fast. Also, see through the key performance indicators section, then turn to the income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet, right? So in the income statement, first go with a vertical scan first, read through the key numbers like revenue, operating income, and net income. How are these numbers on absolute terms, and how do they look on relative basis as a percentage of revenue? And which are those sections which is stressing or reflecting the biggest categories in the cost part of it. Then also go with a horizontal scan, how the figures look compared to the previous years, and whether there is a growth or decline, and by what percentage, right? So then move to the cash flow statement. Start with what was the starting cash balance and ending cash balance of the year, which cash inflows and outflows caused the cash balance to go up or down. Undertake a vertical scan to look at the most important line items. Undertake a horizontal scan to look at the year over year changes. So these are the aspects you have to look on the cash flow statement. And on the balance sheet part of it, look at what the company owns and what the company owes. Where are the company's assets concentrated, whether it is in financial assets, fixed assets, or intangible assets, and how is the company primarily financed, whether it's through debt or equity. Right? So after looking into all this set of things, now summarize and see if you have got the answers to your guiding question, the set of questions that you want an answer to. If not, then dig deep on areas that require more focus on time, because by this time you have a mental sketch as to where the important aspects are lying in the annual report. Which line items in the income statement, cash flow statement, or balance sheet that you want to investigate, right? So this is a summary of as to how you can, I would say these are the first steps of reading an annual report. It goes more and beyond to this, but if you start with this structure in mind, that will really fasten the process of you reading an annual report, right? I think I have added some value to you, and see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.